Actively watching for warning signs in a new relationship may seem like overly pessimistic behavior, but you're actually better off if you catch something that makes you wonder about the future of the relationship early on. That way, you'll have an opportunity to address it before any resentment grows or you waste more of your valuable time. If you wish to confirm that the person you just met has genuine potential, these 9 indicators can suggest that your new companion isn't a suitable long-term partner. 1. Passion/lust is your only feeling. It's quite common to have intense arousal and feel as like you can't get enough of your new spouse during the honeymoon phase. However, when the sexual sensations fade and your relationship seems to be all about this intense, passionate, gotta have them feeling and nothing else, it's a clue that things won't last. The relationship is in danger if the only thing keeping you and your partner together is the passion's emotional high. It's equally easy to fall out of love as it is to fall head over heels in love. Naturally, when there is no other glue left in the connection, clinging to your lover as the intense love fades doesn't work, since the harder you hold, the more slick your person gets. The glue that keeps a relationship together even after the passion fades is having empathetic communication and shared interests. 2. You think it's hard to be your true self. It is crucial for a relationship to endure over time that you feel comfortable being who you really are with your significant other. It may take some time for you to open up if you've only recently begun dating, and that's okay. However, if you find yourself constantly guarding your secrets in fear of embarrassing yourself to your partner, it won't work in the long run. When you believe that there is a part of you that isn't suitable for the connection, it may be an indication if you can't be your whole self in the beginning of the relationship. We are setting up the relationship to stay on the surface, which will not promote long-term potential when we hide any true aspect of ourselves, whether it be a kinky, melancholy, or furious portion. 3. Your spouse is not always in communication. Although each couple has their own expectations about communication, it's not a good sign for the future of a relationship if you believe your spouse doesn't value you and doesn't talk as much as you'd want in the beginning. Even while practically everyone may claim to be busy, it may be an indication that someone doesn't value relationships in general, or you specifically, if you see that they aren't responding when you first start dating. Being patient is just as crucial as being responsive, and there are no hard and fast rules in this regard. But keep in mind, don't take too long to get along with someone who will just waste your time. 4. You find their friends unappealing. Our social circles reveal a lot about us, so if you find out early on that you can't tolerate your partner's buddies, it may be a sign that you two aren't genuinely meant to be together in the long run. It's a big sign that things might go serious in the relationship if you don't like your partner's buddies. In the end, the fact remains that we select our friends, and that we frequently select those that share some characteristics with ourselves. If you discover that you don't get along with their friends, be mindful that your new love may have certain characteristics with some of those connections. 5. You observe your spouse taking it up all of your interests. Both parties must have some degree of independence and different interests and hobbies from their spouse in order for a long-term relationship to work. It may be a warning sign that your new spouse may be overly reliant on you for happiness down the road if you observe that they attempt to instantly take up all of your hobbies. We search for people who are different from us, as well as companions who are similar to us. Watch out for warning signs, such as your lover suddenly becoming everything you loathe or everything you enjoy. Do you adore opera? Abruptly, so do they. Do you adore dogs? Whoa, they have a dog all of a sudden. Do you enjoy swing dancing? They signed up for 5 lessons. The opposite partner frequently becomes bored or doubts the other partner's intentions when the twin ship becomes overly strong. We like individuals for who they are, not for how much they resemble us. 6. You believe that no one values your opinion. Mutual respect, or the idea that each partner's viewpoint is equally important in any circumstance, is the cornerstone of any successful long-term partnership. Your spouse won't be a wonderful long-term companion if you get the unspoken feeling that they prioritize their own opinions above yours. Sometimes this works well at first. Perhaps they always pick the restaurant or the day and hour of the meeting. You may get the impression that all the work of dating has been taken care of for you.
But does their monopoly apply to what you talk about, who you hang out with, or even your views on current affairs? If your opinion is discounted or ignored, pay attention to this red flag. 7. You acknowledge their mistakes, but they reject yours. The more time you spend with someone, the more you'll learn about the real person, including their flaws and peculiarities. It is not a good sign for your love future together if your new spouse finds fault with some of your imperfections and expects you to accept them without inquiry. It is unreasonable if the other person wants you to be understanding and tolerant of their mistakes, yet you are unable to do the same for them. Everyone has imperfections, and it's important to realize that no one is flawless. They must be there for you as well, if you are to be there for them. 8. They show disgraceful behavior to others. Everyone will be acting perfectly in a new relationship, so you should carefully watch how your spouse treats everyone around them, as well as yourself. If they treat others well, you can bet your bottom dollar that they'll treat you the same way down the road. People treat their partners well in the early stages of a relationship because they are both deeply in love. But pay attention to how your spouse handles other people. This includes their friends, relatives, and especially service personnel like waiters and cashiers. They will definitely treat you this way when the love fades. 9. They're still attached to their ex. It should go without saying, but if your new partner appears to be uninterested in or unprepared for a long-term relationship, even if all they do is criticize their former, that is a serious red flag. Using social media to stalk their ex, getting sucked into the drama with your ex, perhaps even fantasizing about them, all of them indicate grave danger, claims Bennett. This indicates that their ex has a genuine place in their heart. If so, all it will take to terminate the relationship is for the ex to be very nice or to return. Ultimately, you are the only one who can determine what your red lines are in a new relationship. You can have a happy, successful relationship, even if you have to dump a few duds along the way. As long as you know what you want and don't want in a long-term partner and are astute enough to see any early warning signs that your new partner might not be what you want in the long run. Thanks for watching.